So Hassan Campbell seems fit to defend Andrew Tate after his recent arrest of him and Tristan Tate. He wants to play the victim as if Andrew Tate is some kind of distraction for the government. But let's just see. Let's look at this video footage of Andrew Tate and his accusations and see if it holds up.
So Vivian's been with me 6 years.
So he's been with Vivian for 6 years, right?
Is Vivian's younger? Vivian's like 21.
Vivian's 21, and at this point he's been a girlfriend for 6 years.
I am gonna say I'm very, very, very disappointed in what's going on with Andrew Tate. For those of you that don't know who he is a super duper motivational speaker, slash kickboxer, slash content creator. Now, we've seen charges for those of us that's been watching him throughout the years. We've seen these governments form against him, put allegations on him, and we've seen Andrew Tate crush them.
No, they didn't put allegations on him. Females put allegations on him, and he put allegations on himself with all that self-snitching on videos. Here, let me show you a few. Let me jog your memory.
You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck would I read for you? If you've got a fit sister who's 16, maybe.
Muslims have the best frame on earth. I want a virgin wife at 16 who's going to obey me. That's what I want.
You know, you said it looks like I'm in a teenage girl's bedroom.
Yeah.
To some people, that would be an insult, but to me, I find that quite flattering, to be honest. You know, like, that's exactly what you'd expect. Like.
I'm fucking all these 15-year-olds.
So I messaged her. She's like, I'm only 16. I was like, give a fuck.
Now again, they're digging. He's at the front line of every story today. What I will say, what is my take on the situation? He's innocent until proven guilty.
So what if you make dozens of videos saying that you date underage girls? You have slept with underage girls. You said this on video. You have the women say they did it. What more proof do you need?
Huh? Are you looking at me? When we're dealing with allegations that he's facing, we separate our feelings.
You keep saying allegations. Allegations of what? They're using what he said out of his mouth on video, you idiot. What are you talking about? Is it alleged that Africa Bambaataa thied you, or did you say Africa Bambaataa thied you? Is that an allegation or is that a fact? You wanted us to believe it. You wanted the community to ride for you and do something to Africa Bambaataa that you weren't willing to do. But when nobody acted, you let this man go unpunished all the way to his grave. You allowed him to continue that behavior when you yourself could have done something about it. You did nothing. You cowered like a sucker, and you claim you went out there and caught all these bodies, but the most important body that you should have caught, you didn't. You cowered out. And now you want to sit here and try to defend someone like Andrew Tate. Stop it, man. Cut it out.
And we wait for everything to play out. We can't accuse him of being guilty because these governments that's accusing him of the worst things that you could be accused of have done more and have done worse than what he has done. And none of them have been arrested.
Well, you don't have proof that they did anything. You don't have no proof. You're sitting here alleging that they did something with zero proof. They have him on videotape explaining what he did in detail. You have no proof of any government official, any FBI agent. As much as we know they do things behind the scene, they call themselves a clandestine organization. So we know they hide in the shadows. What are you saying? Who are you? You're not in the shadows. You're wide open.
So they want to convince us that they're trying to clean up the scavengers, the vultures, the most evilest men on this earth, while they allow themselves to sit out here, but continue with this witch hunt of what they're doing to him, and then they digging back in the days.
It don't matter when you did it. If you did it, you're a scumbag. I don't care if you did it 30 years ago. If you did it, you're a scumbag.
A predator don't stop being a predator.
You said you used to touch children. You said hurt people, and you used to victimize other people. So you're still the same, huh? You haven't changed. You still have a predatory behavior, a predatory appetite. So you haven't changed. You still do it.
So why you can't find nothing currently going on today? Why you gotta dig back like Bill Cosby?
How you know they don't have nothing current? How do you know? Have you seen the evidence? Have you seen what they have to put the cuffs on him? Have you seen anything? How do you know they don't have nothing? What kind of inside information do you have? Prove it.
You're digging.
How do you know?
That doesn't make any sense to me. And no, I'm not saying nothing against the victims from back in the days, because I was one.
No, you wasn't.
That came out on Africa Bambaataa and exposed him for what he did to me back in the days.
You was a willing participant.
Over 30 years ago.
That's why you did nothing.
As we approach this season of this New World Order, as we approach 2030, you're going to start to see a lot of people who speak out, who has charisma to lead, go through the same thing, similar situations. You're going to find a lot of them being locked up. A hell of a lot of them. No, I cannot promise you this is the situation that's going on with Andrew Tate. I will never sit up there and take away if there's really some victims out there and he really hurt some people. Because another thing that I will say that I've learned throughout the years is that a lot of these motivational speakers are dudes with the gift of gab. That's what I call it. Like that dude, what's his name?
Brother
Rashad,
Polite.
or whatever that dude is with the dreads, the fake young pharaoh. He's the fake young pharaoh that came along and he teaching you about the stars, the moons, and the quasars, and he got locked up for his own kid, for violating his own kid. Yeah, there's a lot of Dr. Yorks running around here. There's a lot of Africa Bambaatas, these leaders, yeah. There's a lot of Elijah Muhammad's running around here.
So you saying that these guys were guilty, but Andrew Tate is not? How do you know? So you're saying Elijah Muhammad was guilty, Malachi Z. York is guilty? How do you know? How do you know he wasn't lied on? They were way more influential than Andrew Tate. These people had followings in the thousands. What has Andrew Tate changed? What threat does he pose to the government? When has somebody prominent rose up and say they were influenced by Andrew Tate and they themselves can influence change because of what they learned from Andrew Tate? He is insignificant. He is nothing but a stunner. Like he called himself the top G. He rides around in expensive cars, live a lavish lifestyle, and he messes with underage girls. That's what he does. There's nothing great about him. Do he give good motivational speeches? Sure he does. But what business does he own? How did he get his money? Answer those questions. This man don't own nothing. Answer those questions. Where does his wealth come from? Then you'll find out why they put those cuffs on his ass. Stop taking up for people who don't deserve to be defended. You sound like a fool. These guys are guilty as fuck. And you're sitting here defending them because you lack the courage to stand up and do what was necessary to bring Africa Bambaataa to justice. So you want to play like Andrew Tate is somehow a victim And the people that's accusing him are some kind of liar, like you and B Stinger. Y'all was really lovers of Africa Bambaataa. Y'all turned on him, stabbed him in his back, ruined his reputation, and didn't have the balls to take him to justice because you knew that it was a lie. You knew it was a lie. You were a willing participant in the thing. Your lover, your mentor, your provider, your mentor, you allowed him to get away with what he was getting away with because you were doing the same thing he was doing. When he was victimizing underage boys, you were right there with him, participating in violating underage boys. That's why you didn't take him to court. That's why you didn't file charges. Anyway, that's the video. Let me know what you think about Hassan Campbell and this Andrew Tate situation. Write a comment, hit the like and subscribe button, and watch some more of my videos. Visit my channel, The Dark State. Remember, write that comment. It's very important. Peace.